What's up, Tomb Raider fans? Welcome to another Tomb Raider video. And in this video, we're going to be looking at Lara Croft's character in Tomb Raider 2013. And we're going to be figuring out why her character is far more better than what we realized back then. A lot of people say this character just whines and cries, she has a victim mentality, doesn't grow in character, and she's just annoying. However, there is so much more to Lara Croft's character than that. And I think she has one of the best characterization stories. So that's why we're going to be looking at Lara Croft's unexplored character in Tomb Raider 2013. So let's get into the video.
All she does is whine and cry.
Man, cut it. To get a good grasp on Lara's character growth, you gotta look at her and how she's acting in the beginning of the game. And see how she changes throughout the game. In the beginning of the game, you can definitely see that Lara is scared, victimized, and definitely wants some help.
Roth!
Lara!
You're alive!
Easy. Are you okay? What happened?
I remember the beach, and then it went black and I woke up in a cave. There was this crazy man, Roth, and a dead body.
Oh, God. Where are you now, Lara? Are you safe?
It was so horrible. It's all my fault. This is all my fault.
Lara, listen to me. I sent an SOS from the Endurance before I abandoned her. Hopefully someone caught it. I've spoken to the others. We're regrouping at my location.
Please come and get me.
I have to stay here.
So we can see that Lara isn't trying to take too much action, but it's crazy because we can see that the journey of Yamatai will begin to mold her character so she can survive. One of the most important character changing moments is when Lara's forced to commit her first kill and the things that she tells Roth following right after.
I don't know why. I had to kill some of them. I had no choice.
That can't have been easy.
It's scary just how easy it was. You've got to warn the others, Roth.
Lara looks so distraught after she commits her first kill, and the crazy thing is what she said to Roth. She said it was scary on how easy it was to kill him. She said that man was light work. Hey, but you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. When you really look at the game, you can see that Lara was definitely with whatever it took to survive, even before she committed her first kill.
No.
We'll come.
No.
But I insist that afterwards you take us to whoever's in charge.
What are you doing?
Be quiet.
No!
I'm handling this!
No! Ah!
No! That guy got lucky Lara got tackled because he was about to end up awfully like that. Throughout the game, we can see how Lara grows from being somebody who's stagnant to take action to being somebody who takes action and becomes the aggressor, trying to do everything she can to survive, gaining confidence each successful encounter. In the first couple of encounters in the game, we can see that she's only busting that gun out of pure survival and fear.
Stay away from me!
And after more encounters, that involves them too.
Yes! Still alive!
I guess the Solari cult members thought she was gonna fold like some clothes and not survive long, and then her mentality changes to her telling them what's up with it.
That's right! Run, you bastards!
Towards the last third of the game, she becomes the aggressor in certain encounters and she's full of confidence.
You can't hurt me, girl. What is this? Little rat?
I'll show you what this little rat can do!
Ah!
Ah! Die, you son of a bitch!
So we can see in the game that she goes from being a victim to being somebody who's willing to take action to survive, growing to be more stand-up, upfront, and confrontational. Lara had a couple of tensions with some of the crew members, and she definitely would check them when she needed to.
I'm going after Alex. Where were the tools?
The engine room. Look, he can take care of himself, Lara.
Good. Then we'll be back soon.
Seems anyone caught with you has a pretty low survival rate.
Reyes,
Better keep your distance then.
Better keep your distance because she's checking people out here. One of my favorite aspects to Laura's characterization in this game is how she grows from relying on Roth to being the person that's leading the entire group towards survival.
Where are you going?
There are ruins beneath an old base in the cliffs. Something in there led them to believe they could control the storms. I've got to find out what they discovered. There were scientists here during World War II, and they believed the storms were controlled by something in a ritual chamber near the monastery. Look, I don't have all the answers, but Sam being taken, I know it's linked. And if we try to leave here without understanding why, then we'll all die. Just like the pilots. Just like Roth.
As Laura began to engage in taking a more leadership role, the more and more people started to side with her throughout the journey, being seen as an asset for the entire group.
Look, whatever's happening here, Lara deserves a shot.
We can't go back to their stronghold. It'd be suicide.
They won't take her there. They'll take her to the ritual chamber. We can use this inlet to get closer. Look, I know you want to get home to your daughter. Believe me, I do, but the fight's not over yet. I'm not asking you to believe, Reyes. I'm asking you to trust.
Okay. Let's get this thing in the water.
This is the same girl that was scared asking Roth for help. This is the same girl who was scared to climb, and now she's the main one taking the most action. Now she's leading the entire group and figuring out exactly what needs to be done to get off the island. As Laura continues to grow in the game, we can see that there's moments where she speaks her mind, and she definitely takes action in what she thinks is the necessary thing to do to survive.
We have to land!
No way! Not in this weather!
We can't leave them behind!
I barely made it here in one piece!
Do it!
She'll pull apart!
Now!
Fuck! You're crazy!
I really like that cutscene because Lara witnessed all that paranormal stuff on how the weather would destroy vehicles trying to leave the island. So she picks up that whole big pistol and puts it to the pilot's face and says, "Land that joint right now." So we can see that she grew from doing nothing to taking full control over situations. We can even see that Lara gains all these skills, and because she's gaining skills, we see that she has confidence. And enough confidence to even ignore Roth, someone who's like a father and a mentor to her, and someone she was trying to be 100% dependent on. She ignores what he says, and she trusts her own intuition.
Sometimes you've got to make sacrifices, Lara. You can't save everyone.
I know about sacrifices.
No, you know about loss. Sacrifice is a choice you make. Loss is a choice made for you.
I can't choose to let him die, Roth.
We can see that Lara's reflectful as she reflects about bringing the crew to Yamatai and all the events that happened throughout the journey, seen in various bonfires. As Lara's reflecting at the end of the game, she's reflecting about her father's research and talking about how she used to doubt it, and now, as she's reflecting, it gave ambition for her to discover all the truth of her father's research, setting her out to other journeys. When I started playing Tomb Raider 2013 again, I started to realize something about Lara Croft in this game, and that's this girl is extremely smart. You can tell this girl is a bookworm by her knowing all those historical facts on items. You can definitely tell she likes to learn new things and experience new stuff. As you play the game and look at the cutscenes, you can see that Lara's good at deducing all this stuff and coming to solid conclusions using logic and reasoning.
Looks like it was made quite recently.
It's by those islanders, no doubt. Judging by the wrecks out there, they were once like us.
The bowl, the candles. Why is she still being worshipped?
This island, it must have once been part of Yamatai. You were right, Lara.
The Lost Kingdom.
It's like finding Atlantis.
But this is real, Dr. Whitman. We're not standing on a myth.
So we saw how Lara's thought process worked. She was able to deduce that the paint was new because she touched it, and she was able to see that the candles were just lit. So we know she paying attention to stuff. One of my favorite examples of Lara using deduction to come to a solid conclusion is when she exposes Dr. Whitman and calls him out on his bullshit for being on that snake stuff.
How many are there?
I don't know.
Are you hurt?
I couldn't see anyone. Must have scared them off. Feel like I've run for miles.
And you've barely broken a sweat.
Must be fitter than I thought.
You could have led them straight to us, like you did back at the palace.
She called him so red-handed, he was like, I ran for miles, and Lara was like, you're not even sweating though. As the story continues, we're actually able to see that Lara finds some papers that actually show Matthias' plans and how he was plotting on the group since the very beginning when they first met him at the beach. Being such a curious and investigative person, Lara's actually able to figure out the motive of the Sun Queen and how she wants to transfer her soul into Sam's body in a ritual, which is all deduced by her understanding Japanese culture and art. That smart cookie, bro, I tell you. But these are the reasons why I think Lara Croft's character is far better than what we remembered, and I feel like a lot of people didn't really pay attention to her character. It was like they only noticed a couple of things but didn't pay attention to the rest. So saying all she did is whine and cry is not true when she does far more than that, and to say that she didn't grow as a character is completely false when in Tomb Raider 2013 we can definitely see that she grew in character. If you want to see more content about Lara's character, check out my Tomb Raider Cutscenes Are Good video, or go check out my Lara Croft character analysis for Rise of the Tomb Raider. The next video, we will be looking at all the supporting characters in Tomb Raider 2013, and you guys already know what time it is. Vibe out.